Welcome to this episode of Outback Outdoors. On this hunt, roles are reversed. I'm picking up the camera, and my good friend Chris Callinan, who runs camera for us, will be picking up the bow. On this hunt, we'll be joined by our good friend Wade McCammond, who's going to be back doing the calling using the Montana decoys. We're in pursuit of bull elk in the great state of Wyoming. This archery hunt starts right now.
Outback Outdoors is brought to you by Hoyt. Get serious, get Hoyt. Bugling bull game calls. We call the game. Gold Tip. With smart carbon technology. Spot Hog Archery. The world's toughest archery products. Winner's Choice custom bowstrings. Champion shooters live by them. Hope and Young trophies die by them. Nikon. The trusted name in optics. Hamsky Archery Solutions. Maximize your accuracy. Rage Broadheads, the revolutionary rear-deploying broadhead. S4 Gear, meeting the demands of nature and those that tame it. And Hex, the evolution of concealment.
We're excited to get on this hunt. Chris was one of 9 non-residents to draw the tag for this unit. No sooner did we get off the paved road, and on our right side stands a 5-point bull, real nice, right up out of the sage.
Something like that.
We're driving in this country and it's not exactly what we'd expect to see when pulling into elk camp. We've got really low sagebrush with small pockets that are a little bit deeper, but for the most part it's low rolling hills, very little cover. We pulled into camp about 11 o'clock, midday, sun is high in the sky. We're still seeing bulls and cows off in the distance, but we know we got to get camp set up before we get rolling.
Driving in, we saw some elk. It's not your typical elk country. As you can see, it's totally desolate. Sand dunes, sage, and that's about it. But saw some elk coming in, so we got camp set up, and here in a second we're going to go give her a try and see what we can find.
Not 5 minutes after setting up camp, we're on a little spotting knob. Chris puts up the binoculars, and what does he find? A beautiful 6-point bull with his cows, and off to the side are a couple satellite bulls. With Chris and I set up on this little rolling hill with some deep sage, Wade was behind us about 100 yards with a Montana decoy and starts ripping on the cow calls.
If they come right here and look, I got a shot. If they come up here and look, I got a shot.
As soon as Wade started calling, we got a response. That herd bull started bugling back, but there was no way we were going to be able to pull him away from his cows. Satellites, on the other hand, they were a different story.
It was exciting.
So two raghorns on this side?
2 raghorns, yeah.
And the big one that came up?
We didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. I had that bush in front of me, and I had to come to one side to see the 2 ones, and then I had to come over and scoot over about a foot, look over the other side to see the big one.
Yeah, he didn't stay long. He just ran to the top of that open, looked over, could see the decoy, turned around, and I guess ran back to the herd. I couldn't see where he's running, but went back off.
I can't believe we didn't hear him, you know? But I couldn't hear it over my chest doing that.
Cardio interruption.
Yeah. Well, good. Let's go get over there and try to get in front of him. And maybe we'll call him in. Let's do it.
Get it. They moved off, way off. Good first day.
That was an awesome way to start off the hunt. The rest of the hunt would be very similar. Throughout the evening we had a few other stalks, a few other close calls, but there was no bull that presented the perfect shot.
Holy mackerel, that was close. Dude, he just 73 yards. He come running out, and right as this little lip dipped over, he just stopped like 30 yards short.
I saw his tines coming over the top again.
If he'd have just kept going like another 20 yards, he'd have been 50. He stopped at 73 broadside, and he was just sitting there looking. Then he turned around and he walked away. You called again, and he turned around and looked again, and then he kind of trotted and gathered his cows, and then when you bugled, that little bull come running out.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he come running out. He was 83 yards, but still he come running out, and then he caught our wind because our wind
That's
was
what
just...
I thought. We had some bad wind.
That was pretty cool though. I mean, two in close stalks on the same herd.
Yeah, what's amazing is I really didn't think that we could get all 3 of us get behind a Montana decoy and cover 500 yards. We did it.
The Montana decoy, also a shield. That was fun though. Oh,
yeah,
dude, that was a blast. Gosh, just 20 more yards and I'd have let one fly.
The second day started out very much the same as the first. We saw elk all throughout the sagebrush. put on multiple stalks, bulls in the low country, bulls up on the hill, but nothing ever presented itself for a perfect shot. On the third day, first thing in the morning, we spotted those bulls pushing the cows across the skyline. And trailing behind the herd were a number of satellite bulls. Well, as you know, elk can cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. We had to catch up to these elk if we were going to be able to make a play on them. With nothing but low sage in front of us, we grabbed 2 Montana decoys and used them as shields as 3 of us high-paced it across the prairie to catch up to this herd.
So I dropped down and I came up, saw where he was going, ranged him bush, 50. Is that what he was, 50? Yeah. So. Yeah, that worked out just totally. He hooked on those decoys and he just come around. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So, we'll give him a little bit of time. He's over there laying down. Looks like a good shot. I was expecting him to tip over, but as you can see, he didn't. He's over there about, I don't know, 250 yards laying down. We can see just his top of his rack. Give him a little bit of time. We'll go over there and hopefully recover him here in a minute.
Well, man, we just recovered the bull. What an exciting day. You know, we had a after he got bumped by a couple other elk that came through, we had a bit of a tracking job, but he was leaving us plenty to go by. You know, plenty of blood, and what a great animal. But it just a testament to the strength and stamina these animals had.
Yeah, we thought we center punched him, and he went, laid down. We thought he was going to expire, and then next thing you know, he gets bumped up, and it was on. So
I was really surprised with such a perfectly placed shot. You know, must have just kind of weaseled its way right through. But
yeah,
no, that was a great hunt, and as you got to see, it was fast and furious and exciting. But we were hunting Wyoming archery bull elk in the red desert, and it's flat and open, but we got them to come in. Pulled this nice bull away from the herd, and you got to see what happened. And it's just an awesome thing. We get to share such a great experiences with good friends. You know, my cameraman Chris Callinan, he had the tag in hand, so I was running camera, and our good friend Wade McCammon was on the calls and pulled him right in. So thanks for watching this episode of Outback Outdoors.